Okay, hey YouTube fam, what up? 609 Collector here, coming at you real quick with a video where I'm going to be doing a quick run through of this figure that I just finished doing almost. Still got it clear coated. But this is the new Hasbro Pulse exclusive Dungeons & Dragons Drizzt figure. This is the original over there. This is the pant that you get with it, Guinevere. This is the extra one I ordered off eBay, so I have a third that I just painted up. Okay, and the reason I painted it is because I love these books. There's dozens of them. I've read so many. I just actually finished listening to everything I read via audiobook, so probably like 20 of these books I've listened to. Absolutely love the character. Drizzt, love him. Very well written by Ari Salvatore. A lot of artwork done by Todd Lockwood. A lot of other people have put pictures out there you can look at. So when you think of the character, you think armor, leather armor, black or brown. Not this. This look, which is one thing I was kind of like uncertain about, is I didn't realize from the Dark Alliance video game that's coming out. It's gonna be like the sequel to like Neverwinter Nights or whatever. But this is the outfit he wears in that. If you watch the trailer, you'll see this outfit, and then you'll be like, ah, that's where it's from. The other thing is the face. It's so pale. It's like blending with his hair and his eyebrows. He's like so light. He looks gray. You know? But he's not supposed to. He's supposed to be black. They say it numerous times. Coal black skin. He's a dark elf, and drows have black skin. So, of course, that's one thing I did. I think the eyes pop a little bit better in the dark. Because everything just kind of blends in with that light face. Alright. So yeah, I made the armor brown. I went back and I said, you know, don't be lazy. I didn't dry brush anything on there, but I mixed a few colors to get the brown I wanted, and I did a base coat in brown. You'll see here from the shoulder to the elbow, and then the pants is the initial brown. Then I threw a couple drops of metallic paint in there just to give it a little bit of a shininess, and then I did all the armor parts and straps in that brown, and down did the boots there as well. I feel like they get a little bit more shine than the other part. And then I went back and I did the spikes in a slightly different color. I think I'll leave it with this color. But then I did all the straps and all the rivets on the armor, and little designs here on the belt buckle, all in silver, which was a pain. But you know, it was worth it for me because I really like this character. One of the main things I did initially, if you look here where his scimitar sheaths are, they're hanging off his ass. You're never going to be able to draw those. Not in a fight, not anything. It's very impractical. It was stupid placement for them to put it there. So I cut those off, and I placed them here on the side of the figure. Here, this little gold band on the side, the armor you see there, I shaved that away here. You can't really tell once it's painted, but I shaved that, and I trimmed the inside a little bit. You know, it's probably not crazy noticeable, probably not noticeable at all, but I wanted to do it so I could open up a little bit more motion for the butterfly joint. So those were two of the biggest modifications that went down to the body, other than the paint. The other thing I did is, you'd have to get very close, but I took an X-Acto knife and I just went crazy, just slashing across the figure. It's not really too noticeable on camera. You'll see one there. I think there's a little nick there. I did a nick there. Put a nice one here. I did a whole bunch on the back. I just threw a bunch of nicks across the armor. I just spent a good 5 or 10 minutes just going across the entire, even on the pants, the entire body, just putting little, did the knee pads, little horizontal, vertical, diagonal slashes across the whole figure, just to kind of give it that battle-worn aspect. Something I completely forgot about until right now. I just want to make sure that I'm thinking about it and mentioning it. I still got paint on my hands. But just for me, he's always going into battles, and he's always getting little, you know, against good opponents, you're getting little nicks here and there, little scratches. Let's get a close-up of the face. I might have to touch up the mouth there. Put a little white paint on the teeth there. I also did the hair. If I hold them both together, I wasn't a huge fan of the way they did the hair. I feel like it was kind of clunky. The paint's a little spotty. They tried a wash, so I did a little wash. You know, white paint with a little bit of blue, and then I went over it again with a white paint. You're not going to see much, but his hair is supposed to be white, so what does it really matter? You're just trying to put a little bit of highlights in there. I might do another dark wash over it. Again, with the scimitar belts cut and moved off to the side, I like their position much more. The swords will be able to go in there. That's pretty much it. That's what I'm thinking. This is just the first attempt at trying this because I was able to score one off eBay pretty cheap, like under 30 bucks. I got it because I know you'd have to buy the box set again. You could only get 2 per person, and I got my 2, and I'm not gonna spend 50 bucks plus 15 shipping on another one. So for now, I grabbed this, and I really like the way it came out. Especially considering the paint too. This wasn't really good paint. This was all done with that Walmart paint, except for the white that went on the hair. This was all done with that like apple bottom paint or whatever that you get at Walmart. Ranges from like 49 cents I think to $1.50. Someone said you can use it if you water it down, so that's what I did. I watered it down, and that's what I used. You can't see too much difference, but I also used that same paint on the lower one here. The white I did on the hair. I did a run through with this. I don't like the cloak. I think it's too big. If I can get my hands on a fabric cape where I can make one with a hood, I will. So I'll do that in the future. I think it's just very bulky. It's because of the plumage. It just makes it very, very bulky. So I'll try and do a cape of my own, even put the fur on there. But I think getting my own cape would help slim it up and give you the option hood up, hood down. I did paint the other head as well. So I painted up the other head. And I painted the other hair, which I just dropped. So it was a fun little project, kept me occupied during the day. I think it's just much better. At first I was saying, man, I wish Guinevere was bigger. I feel like she's kind of small, maybe not. I'm not really gonna mess with this. I was thinking about maybe getting like that cheap battle cat from the Masters of the Universe thing and painting it black, but that thing is huge. Like, you're riding on that. I looked into it. 600 pounds. A lion is 600 pounds. And I guess she's about the size a lion would be. I have other figures that are 4-legged creatures, like Aslan from Narnia, some wargs from Lord of the Rings, which actually match up pretty well. I think they're a little bit bigger than Guinevere, but that's fine. It'll go very good for some fantasy shots or some setups, whatever I choose to do. I was thinking about repainting the swords. If I had some, I have sandpaper. I just have no idea where it is. I was gonna sand the ends to a little bit more of a point, hit them with some silver, some metallic silver, and then do a metallic silver with a touch of blue for twinkle here, and redo the scimitars. That would probably be the last thing I do, and clear coat this whole thing. Gotta clear coat the figure still, but that's it. I mean, if I'm looking at them side by side, I know that's Drizzt Do'Urden. That I have no idea who that is. Honestly, no idea who this dude is. Just the color of the armor, it's weird. It's very video game-ish. That leads me to think that this might be the opening of a line. I think that's how they did Snake Eyes. You got one, just, the one solitary figure, which blew up in price, and then they released the other figures, and some people just weren't too thrilled with the costumes choices that they did. But all of those costumes, I think, were from a video game that had come out. So I feel like if we do get more figures from D&D, which I would absolutely love, they may start off doing a wave with the Companions of the Hall from the video game, and then re-release them later, like a year later, with a different deco. But it's my hope that they continue with a full-on D&D line, because I've always wanted to do a custom Drizzt, but never got around to it. I think this figure is great with little adjustments. I think I made it awesome, but I would love for them to just pump out more fantasy figures. I think Mythic Legions are great, but a little too expensive, and the articulation is just so. I did notice while I was looking at this that this figure has pinless joints, but not just on the elbows, on the knees as well. So I saw one person online complain about the $40 price tag, like it's too overpriced. Nah, I think this figure is very, very good. Very, very good. It's a little shorter than most figures, which I think is good because he's a dark elf, a male, as a matter of fact, so they run a little smaller. Nerd talk. But with this paint deco I did, I love this figure so much more. I don't know if I'm brave enough to really get in here and try to mess with Guinevere's articulation. I don't think I'm going to go too mad scientist with it. The extra one I have, I plan to just leave in the box. But I like this. Please, I'd love for everyone out there, like the video, subscribe to the channel, ask any questions if you have questions about this. I did buy a bunch of other figures. I still don't have too many Marvel Legends left, but what I did have, I plan to start like kit bashing and putting stuff together, and I was already having a few ideas, and I went through my fodder box. I'm gonna start making some fantasy characters, trying to do some ogres, some bugbears, just some orcs, just things that can go and build out on this fantasy thing for me, so that I can have more D&D style figures, just so I can do stuff. And even if this is the only figure they released, it's good enough for me. It's great. I can go from here and I can create my own little lineup. I got ideas for a Wolfgar. It's funny that I know my local comic book shop had a Legolas, and the little hobbit guy, one of the hobbits, or maybe it was Gimli, the dwarf, and I slept on it, and I said I'll come back. Someone else must have had, and they had the Marvel Select Thor. I was like, yo, I want to grab that too. And somebody must have had the exact same idea as me, and they scooped them all up. Probably within a week, me going back, they were gone, and I was like, well, poop. I think they were cheap. They were like $250. So some other clown is probably at home right now, messing around with his paint, making some fantasy figures, to pair with his Drizzt Do'Urden and his freaking Guinevere. And I'm just like, damn it, missed again. But that's it. That's just what I did. I absolutely love what I did. I think I did okay. I'm not hating it. I wanted to sand down the scimitar sheaths. I feel like they're kind of thick. I don't know if I'm even going to get into that. They're really blocky. I don't know if I'm going to even bother with it. I'll probably just leave them as they are. But, I think that this just came out looking really nice for me. I don't know if I'll keep this piece or sell this piece. I guess once I clear coat it and all that, and I make sure it doesn't have any paint chips, I might think about putting it up on eBay. If it sells for a decent price, maybe I'll get another one and do it again. It was fun. A little one-day project. Keep me busy. But that was it. Please, everyone, let me know what you think. Let me know if you enjoyed this. Alright, let me know if you'd be interested in seeing more fantasy customs that I want to try and work out. Alright. So I'll catch you all in the next video. Later.